Hi everybody! Today I want to share with you how I made this little dragon boat activity for Dragon Boat Festival coming up. I made a dragon boat that can actually move across the water. So I'm going to quickly show you guys how I made this. If you guys want to try it, please, I'd be more than happy to see your results when you're done. To make this, you don't need too much. All I used was a piece of blue A4 paper. I just got it at the regular stationery store. Blue paper, just one piece. And I got this stiff paper. This is like harder paper because you need the back to be a little bit hard. Regular paper will be too flimsy, it won't really work. So I used this regular stiff paper, just the thick paper, okay? And I used one piece of regular A4 green paper to make the grass on the bottom, right there. And then I have a printer at home, so for me it was easy. I just printed some dragon boats. Coloring one, I printed one that's already colored as well. Now, of course, I'm sure many people don't have a printer at home like I do. It's very easy you can also just draw the picture, it's fine. Because afterwards, after you're done drawing the picture or coloring it, we need to cut it out and then glue it onto the thick paper so it's a little bit stronger. Okay, and the other things I needed, not much. I got fishing wire. I bought this at Xiaobei. But even regular string will work. It's just I really like the fishing wire. I find it to be very, very useful. And I have a hole punch to punch 2 holes in the paper. And some regular tape, and I almost forgot this one, white glue. Okay, and that's all I needed to do this activity. It's actually very fast to make. Took me a night because I waited for the glue to dry, but other than that it takes 15-20 minutes, not even. Okay, so I'll start the tutorial now. Okay, so the first thing I want to do for my dragon boat craft is to get the water finished. So what I'm going to use is this blue paper right here. And this is just A4 sized regular paper. But the problem is this paper is very flimsy and thin. And if I'm going to make something that moves on it, I think it should be a little bit stronger. So what I have here is, luckily I have some stiff paper, just harder paper that I bought before at, I can't remember where, maybe Xiaobei. But this paper is more stiff, so I'm just going to take the glue and glue the blue paper on top of the bite hard paper. Okay, so there we go now. I've glued the 2 pieces together, so now this blue paper is hard and stiff, so I don't have to worry about when my dragon boat moves the paper being all flimsy. So the next thing I have to do is, I personally printed this off. I found it on the internet and printed it. I'm going to color it, and then after I'm done coloring it, I'm also going to glue it onto a stiff piece of paper. So I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, so it's all colored, and I also glued it to the stiff paper and cut it out already. So this paper isn't as stiff as the other one, but I don't think that matters as much. I think it just needs a little bit of sturdiness to it. So the next thing I want to do, in the end, it's gonna move like this, back and forth across the paper. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is I want to draw some waves onto here. Before I do anything, I want to get some waves to make the water look more like water on the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to take a black marker now, and I'm just going to kind of put some waves all over the paper. Just like this. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Just some waves to make it look like there's some splashing going on in the water here at the dragon boat race. Okay, I think that'll work. I think later I might decorate some grass around the outsides, but for now, I think that's pretty good. Okay, I decided I should have some grass here anyways, so I'm just going to quickly draw some random blades of grass, and hopefully this will look like actual grass in the after I cut it out, and it'll cover it up and kind of make it look a little more pretty. Okay, let me get the scissors out and start cutting, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so my grass is cut out now. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to try and glue it on the bottom part right here and see how it looks. I think it should look okay. It doesn't look that bad. So let me do this quickly right now. I'm not putting glue on the top part because I was thinking maybe if the top of the grass maybe comes out a little bit, it might look good. I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it works. Oh, that's a loud car. Okay. So let's glue this to the bottom of the paper. Okay. I think that looks okay. And then after it's dried, I'm just going to try and curl some of these out a little bit to give it kind of a three-dimensional feel. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. Okay, I think the glue is pretty much dry now. So what I want to try and do is take the grass and kind of curl some of it up a bit. I don't know if this will give the effect I want, but I hope it will kind of make the picture pop out more. Give it like a 3D effect, like the grass is actually on the other side of the water. So it makes it feel like the water is behind the grass, which is what I want it to look like. Okay, I think I'm actually happy with that. Okay. Now, what I think I'm going to do next is I'm going to get the boat ready to go on our paper. So I'm going to need to make a hole here and a hole here. I still haven't decided if I want to put more grass up on the top or not. I'll decide after I get the boat on and see how it looks. So I'll check back on you after I grab my hole punch. Okay, so I got my hole punch now, and all I'm gonna do is make a hole on each side. I'm gonna put it in about the middle, I think. Maybe a little bit closer to the grass, a little bit under the middle, but pretty close. So I'll just punch once right there. And then make sure it's the same height so that your boat goes straight. So put another one there. So now I've got 2 holes on my paper. Now what I need to do is I need to go find my fishing rod. I remember I was at Xiaobei because it's really close to my house before, and I found fishing wire there. And the thing I like about that is it's very thin and it's pretty strong, and the best thing is it's clear, transparent, it has no color, so it makes it look the least like there's string holding your dragon boat together. So I'm going to go grab that now. So the next thing I will use is actually this fishing wire. Of course normal string will work too, but I found that this fishing wire, because it's clear so it doesn't show up very much, and it's really strong, so this will help to just keep it, and it doesn't kink or anything, so it works really well. So basically what I need is I'm going to make it about the size of 2 of these. So 1, 2. So I'll cut it right here, like so. Okay. And now this is the easy part. All I'll do is I'll string the fishing wire through the 2 holes I made at the back. Okay, like that. Like that. Now, all I'm going to do here is, I got my dragon boat, which I want to be like this. I'm going to flip it upside down. And I'm going to be cutting this because it's too long. And I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than I want though, because I want to actually use some glue. I made one of these before, and the one thing I noticed is, because I usually use tape to tape it to the back, but I found that the fishing wire slowly starts to loosen itself from the tape. So what I plan to do is use a piece of tape on the ends, and then I'm going to take some white glue and I'm going to white glue it and leave it to dry overnight, and I'm hoping the white glue will make it more stable and strong. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to grab my tape right here and just take a piece, because I want to hold this dragon boat exactly in the spot I want it, like that. And you want this wire to be pretty tight. You want it to be pretty tight. That way there's no sagging when you're using playing with it on the back. I don't want it to sag because I think that wouldn't look nice. And here I put a little bit too much tape, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Yes, like that. Now I purposely left this extra part here. Well, I don't need this much. I'll cut off maybe like this. And you can see that there's two loose parts of the fishing wire right here. And I'm going to put white glue on this part right here. And I'm hoping that it will just set, and overnight when it dries in the morning, it will be good and strong. Okay, so I got some white glue right here. Hopefully this works. I'm just using a Q-tip. And all I'm gonna do is put them where I would like them to be. And here, this one's like this. You could probably just share the same glue for both. Hopefully. No, this is not gonna be friendly with me. So it's okay, I'll just glue it right where it is right now. So I'm just putting a lot of glue on because I want it to really dry good and firm. Okay. And I'm just gonna leave it like that overnight, and we'll see how strong it is in the morning. In the morning when I come back to check it and it's all dry, what I'm gonna do is, when it's dry already, I'm just gonna stick another piece of tape right over top of that. And that'll just keep it from, sticking out and being bumpy and stuff, and hopefully will, make it good and strong. So I'll get back to you in the morning when it's dry. Okay, so it's morning now, and I came and took a look at this, and actually the glue set very, very well. I think it worked perfectly, maybe even better than I was thinking it would. I'm gonna stick a piece of tape here just because, but I don't even think I really have to. It dried very smooth and looks like it's quite strong as well, so I'm happy. Okay, so there our dragon boat is glued. Now if I turn it over, as you can see, I have a dragon boat now. And if I go on the back we have the string here. You just take this and you just move it sideways, and your boat should start moving if it works correctly. Let's take a look. There we go. I have a moving dragon boat. Okay, And then if you want, you can decorate the top with some grass too. I don't think I'm going to. I actually kind of like the way it looks like this. And that's pretty much the end of my dragon boat activity. Thank you everybody for watching the video. And if you do end up making this, please post it on the app and let me see your videos at the end. Thank you everybody. Bye bye.